Your Excellency Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Irvin McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Resilience and Social Security, and representative of the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, wife of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Housing and Urban Development, other honorable members of Cabinet, Your Worship, Ms. Ermin Roye, other permanent secretaries, Ms. Juliana Ramirez, World Bank Urban Development Specialist and task team leader for the HRP, Ms. Colleen Roberts, National Authorizing Officer for the European Development Fund, Dr. General Joseph, Project Manager, HRP, Ms. Kimberly Allen, Social Safeguard Specialist, Housing Recovery Project, Pastor Samuel Augustine, beneficiaries, members of the media, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the 6th handover ceremony of the HRP and a joint handover ceremony in collaboration with the Office of the NAO for the 11th EDF Envelope State and Resilience Contract for Rehabilitation following Hurricane Maria. Today we are handing over 60 homes under both initiatives, and I am Dr. Kira Paul, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, and I will be a master of ceremony for this afternoon. I now invite Pastor Samuel to do the opening prayer.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let's stand to honor our Lord. Our Father and God, today indeed we give you thanks. Because God, we have been taught to always be thankful. As a matter of fact, you have said to us, before we do anything or say anything, we should give thanks. So we are thankful that we are here in the presence of each other and in your presence. And today, God, we are here on this special occasion, once again, to hand over homes to the individuals who have been waiting and those who maybe have dreamed and prayed. God, with our hearts full of gratitude, we say thank you for making this happen. Because, Lord, when we think of the individuals who will be receiving the homes today, 60 families will be touched. Indeed, God, we are thinking that these families are among those who will say never again. When winds begin to blow and when the weather begins to deteriorate, they are among those who will not have to run for cover because indeed they are living in resilient homes. Father, we give you thanks for this. Oh God, many may look at this and may try to trivialize it. But Father, we look to you with grateful hearts and we say thank you because these are families, God, 60 families who will rest in peace and maybe even be discussing and drinking while the winds are blowing. We give you glory and we give you honor for making it happen for them. And we thank you, oh God, for the leadership of this wonderful nation of ours who consistently puts individuals ahead of everything else. Bless them, oh God. Bless our minister. And bless this ministry, we pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much, Pastor Augustine. You may have your seats. To officially welcome you, I invite Dr. General Joseph, the Project Manager of the Project Implementation Unit of the HRP. Let's make a welcome.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton. Good afternoon to the Honorable Irvin McIntyre, representing the Honorable Prime Minister of Dominica, the Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Resilience and Social Security, and representative of the Honorable Prime Minister. Good afternoon to you, Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, wife of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Housing and Urban Development. Welcome other honorable members of Cabinet Ms. Karen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Kira Paul, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry for Housing and Urban Development, other Permanent Secretaries, Ms. Juliana de Mendiola Ramirez, World Bank Urban Development Specialist and Task Team Leader for the Housing Recovery Project, Ms. Colin Roberts, National Authorizing Officer for the European Development Fund, Ms. Kimberly Aline, Social Safeguard Specialist at the Housing Recovery Project, Pastor Samuel Augustine, our beneficiaries, members of the media, and to you, our other distinguished guests. Today, I welcome you to the joint house handover ceremony of the Dominica Housing Recovery Project and the 11th European Development Fund. I welcome you on behalf of the staff of the HRP Project Implementation Unit and the Office of the National Authorizing Officer, who have collectively lent their expertise to these two resilient housing projects, both of which have significantly improved the living conditions and socio-economic outlook of many of our fellow Dominicans. As project manager of the Housing Recovery Project, I am extremely proud that through the project's beneficiary-driven approach to home construction, the HRP can hand over 54 resilient homes today. I'm sure many of you have seen our quaint model homes, painted in vibrant hues with personalized features that have been selected by our dear beneficiaries. To date, the HRP has started construction of 376 homes, 281 of which have reached practical completion. The Housing Recovery Project currently employs a cohort of 25 local contractors, some of whom are in attendance this afternoon. The two projects are prime examples of Dominica's pursuit of sustainable development and climate resilience through strengthening our communities. These housing initiatives tangibly demonstrate the government's pledge to ensure that Dominicans have access to safe, resilient housing. Both projects affirm Dominica's commitment to improving the lives of our indigenous Kalinago people. Home is supposed to be a place of comfort, a place of shelter, and a place of sanctuary. The ache for home lives in every single one of us. Therefore, during the Advent season, no other Christmas gift can be more profound and meaningful than the gift of a place to call home. I welcome all of you, our distinguished guests, to celebrate with the 60 beneficiaries who will officially receive their keys to their new homes and enjoy the benefits that home ownership confers: security, peace, safety, and a sanctuary. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Josie, for your warm welcome. We now turn our attention to the screen. Mrs. Juliana Ramirez will deliver some remarks on behalf of the World Bank.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Honorable Prime Minister, Her Excellency Sylvain Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Kira Paul, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Janora Joseph, Project Manager, members of Parliament, members of the Project Implementation Unit, beneficiaries, the media, and all other attendees. It is my pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. I would have loved to be in the warm, sunny Dominica, but unfortunately I have to connect virtually, and hopefully next time I will be with you. My name is Juliana de Mendiola. I'm an urban specialist with the World Bank and the task team leader of the Housing Recovery Project. I want to start by saying that from my area of work and from the World Bank's perspective, building resilient housing is crucial in mitigating the impacts of disasters, ensuring the safety and well-being of communities, and promoting a more sustainable development. Resilient housing like the ones that are being built through the HRP, can withstand extreme weather conditions, reducing the risk of damage and loss of life, and enabling quicker recovery and continuity of livelihoods post-disaster. I've been working on the Dominica Housing Recovery Project for over 4 years and have had the pleasure to witness firsthand how the project has played a key role in enhancing the resilience of the housing sector in Dominica in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. And more importantly, I've also witnessed how the project has had a major impact in the livelihoods and future opportunities of the beneficiaries and their families. It's been truly an honor to be part of this journey. As Dr. Joseph mentioned, the project has completed over 280 houses and has started construction for over 370 houses. We will continue to work hard to deliver houses for the rest of the beneficiaries in the program that I am sure have been waiting for these houses for a long time. I want to especially thank you, some people that are in the audience today, because they've been working tirelessly to be here this moment and deliver the results that we're delivering. I want to thank especially the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and especially the work of the members of the Ministry of the Housing, of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, especially the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Kira Paul, and the entire project implementation unit. Your commitment and hard work have really made a difference in this project. Lastly, I want to congratulate the beneficiaries in the room. Today marks a very important milestone and a moment that I'm sure you've been waiting for a long time. I really hope that you and your families enjoy the new houses for many years to come. I want to wish you all happy holidays, and thank you for inviting me to be part of this very important event. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Juliana, for your remarks. Of course, the World Bank is a major partner with the government of Dominica in financing this project, but also in providing technical assistance for its effective and efficient implementation. Today's ceremony is a joint program, as we indicated, and so we also have partner in terms of the European Development Fund through the NAO, the National Authorizing Office, and we have Ms. Carlin Roberts, who is the National Authorizing Officer for the European Development Fund, who will now deliver some remarks.
Your Excellency, Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica and Mr. Burton, Honorable Irving McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Resilience and Social Security, and representative of the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, wife of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Housing and Urban Development, other honorable members of Cabinet, Mayor of Roseau, Your Worship Ermine Rouye, Dr. Kira Paul, Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Housing and Urban Development, other permanent secretaries, Ms. Juliana Ramirez, World Bank Urban Development Specialist and Task Team Leader for the HRP, Dr. Genora Joseph, Project Manager, HRP, Ms. Kimberly Allen, Social Safeguard Specialist, Housing Recovery Project, Pastor Samuel Augustine, beneficiaries, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Ambassador Vasilevska is unable to be with us in person for the handover of these beautiful homes to the 6 Kalinago families who were affected by the consequences of Hurricane Maria since 2017. However, despite her absence, which she regrets, I can declare that the European Union has always partnered with the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica in its development agenda. I wish to remind all that the European Union has provided over 130 million euros in grant funding to the EU Dominica development portfolio over the last 20 years. Definitely, the European Union can be counted among the true friends and partners of Dominica. Specifically, the EU answered to our country's political and civic commitment to rebuild Dominica as the first climate resilient nation of the world under the program of the 11th EDF B envelope State and Resilience Building Contract following Hurricane Maria. The Kalinago Territory Housing Project was part of this program and has been executed as per the clearly articulated declaration of the government of Dominica to construct homes, not houses, especially for the vulnerable Kalinago communities. This project is currently worth approximately 18 million Eastern Caribbean dollars. Some may say it's been 7 years since Maria, a long time in coming. But we do know that recovery, especially that which involves strengthening infrastructure to cope with future events and to ensure that we are safe, takes a lot of planning and hard work and time. We also know, admire, and can be proud of our resilience as a people and a nation. We are indeed gratified to see the impact and outcome of our common efforts. 6 more Kalinago families have brand new homes to live in at a cost of $2.8 million straight from resources provided by the European Union. And just before Christmas, what a gift. Sewinal this year should be great. You can welcome your neighbors, family, and friends to your home with pride. A place befitting queens and kings that you truly are. I cannot thank the entire team for the excellent job done under this Kalinago Territory Housing Project. There have been many challenges and issues to resolve, yet the results are here. 6 new homes, bringing the total to 42 homes built specifically for our special Kalinago people. Yes, it's a big deal. I appreciate the efforts of all actors involved, the Kalinago Council, the Ministries of Kalinago Affairs and Housing, and also Agriculture, Consulting Engineers Partnership, the contractors, especially Lindy's Construction, Dowasco and Domlek, and of course, the awesome team, or should I say, family, of the Office of the National Authorizing Officer. Let me again remind the government and people of the Commonwealth of Dominica that the European Union remains committed to the development of Dominica and that the delegation looks forward to visit in the new year for its scheduled political dialogue. Together, let us celebrate the strong partnership the EU and Dominica have built and will continue building together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Roberts, for your remarks. So today's ceremony, we have the 11th EDF program, which targets the Kalinago, and then we have the Housing Recovery Project, which is done across the country. But in both projects, the Kalinago beneficiaries feature because this is where the concentration would have been from the damage of Hurricane Maria. Today's ceremony will bring the numbers to 90 beneficiaries from the Kalinago territory who would have received homes from the 85 homes that we would be handing over. So that's a significant number, an achievement. Today is about the beneficiaries, and so we will now hear from them their appreciation of this gift, of this investment in their future. We will hear from Mr. Hubert Russell. His comments will be delivered through his son, Nick George, and we will also hear from Ms. Joan Bucket, a beneficiary of the Kalinago Housing Project. So let's welcome Mr. George on behalf of his father, Mr. Russell.
Good afternoon to everyone. I am Nick George, speaking on behalf of my father and beneficiary of the Housing Recovery Project, Hubert Russell of Calibishi. To the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, and its partner, the World Bank, I would like to express my deepest gratitude for your generous support in funding my new home. To all the individuals and organizations involved in making this possible, your dedication to improving lives through such programs is truly inspiring, and I am grateful to be a recipient. This opportunity has been life-changing, and I am deeply appreciative of the resources provided that have made this dream a reality. Thanks to this initiative, I now have a safe and secure place to call home. This will undoubtedly improve my quality of life and provide a stable foundation for my family and for me. The impact of this support is immeasurable, and I am committed to ensuring that this opportunity brings positive change to my community as well. Once again, to the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica and everyone involved, thank you for your generosity and belief in me. I am honored and excited to move forward in my new home, and I look forward to contributing to the continued success of this program. May God richly bless all of you. Thank you. Hubert Russell.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also grateful with my son to have this new home, and I just want to say thank you to the Commonwealth of Dominica, the Honorable Prime Minister, the Minister of Housing, and everybody who has participated in everything. May the good Lord bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Hubert. Unfortunately, Ms. Bucket is on her way from the hospital, so we will take her in at some point in time because she's very excited to share her testimony with us, okay? So we'll adjust the program accordingly. We now turn our attention to the screen for a short video presentation giving you some insights into the construction and the beautiful homes that are gifted to the beneficiaries today. Beautiful. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Honorable Melissa Poponskerit, Minister for Housing and Urban Development, to deliver her remarks.
Your Excellency, Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, the Honorable Irvin McIntyre, Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Resilience and Social Security, and the representative of the Honorable Prime Minister, other honorable members of Cabinet, Ms. Karen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Kira Paul, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Ms. Giliana de Mendiola Ramirez, World Bank Urban Development Specialist and Task Team Leader for the HRP, Ms. Colleen Roberts, the NAO Officer for the European Development Fund, Dr. Genora Joseph, Project Manager of the HRP, Ms. Kimberly Allen, the Social Safeguard Specialist in the Housing Recovery Project, Pastor Samuel Augustine, beneficiaries, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is truly an honor to stand here as we celebrate another significant milestone in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, a collaborative effort to deliver 60 homes to deserving families through 2 transformative housing initiatives, 54 under the HRP and 6 under the EDF program. Ladies and gentlemen, what could be a more meaningful way to usher in this Christmas season than this act of compassion and progress? And you know, I hear many people who want to ask the government, why do we give free homes? But isn't housing a human right? I say to them. Isn't it our job as a government to ensure that people of this country have a right to sleep at night without fear? Homes are not a luxury, they are a necessity. A home is not just a structure. It is a foundation for stability, a source of security, and a cornerstone of dignity. For families who have endured years of uncertainty and hardship, the opportunity to own their land and house is a lifelong dream that signifies a permanent investment in these families' futures. And so the recipients of these homes being handed over today own their property. However, sadly, their homes were destroyed by Maria. So I ask this question, in situations like this, what do you say to a single mother trying to make ends meet after a home was destroyed? Or to a retired farmer who cannot physically work anymore? At your age, do you send them as a government to the bank knowing that they're going to be turned down? Or simply that they're stretched too thin and simply need that extra helping hand to see them through? And ladies and gentlemen, this is what this government is all about, lifting people up and out of poverty. This ceremony is the 6th HRP handover, but the 5th in just 2 years assuming the role as the Minister of Housing. And I see my dear friend entered earlier, the former Minister of Housing, Senior Austri. Where are you hiding? I saw you. Oh, you're there. You know, I called him today to make sure that he was here today, you know, because this is part of his success as well. Senior Minister was the sitting minister at the time of the start of these 2 projects. You know, Senior Minister, I always call you Senior, but I see you call me Auntie today. I don't know, I don't have gray hair, you know. But Senior, it's a pleasure to have you here as we can celebrate together and congratulate the recipients. In fact, some of the success has been ascribed to the hard work in you laying the foundation which led to the success of this program. So no, I am not here to take all the credit, because I know when you were there, you came in, both you and PM, you got the ingredients, you stir it up, you make the batter. So when I came in, all you had to do was bake the cake. And now we're here putting the icing on the cake. So I want to thank you, and former PS as well, Reggie and Reggie. Thank you for setting the foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce that 285 homes have been completed under this program thus far. And as we speak, 67 homes are currently under construction under the HRP, and 27 are advanced stages for delivery in the coming months. So this project goes beyond rebuilding homes, it's rebuilding lives. Hurricane Maria's impact on the Kalinago territory and the eastern, northern regions are also of major concerns. These areas have seen concentrated investments in the housing recovery project, with 90 homes already handed over in the Kalinago territory alone. And so, ladies, based on these construction figures, we are at 83% of our target. Also to date, 172 beneficiaries have received their land ownership documentation as a result of this project. A critical outcome which was neither anticipated at the onset nor easy to achieve. And so, Senior, we are reaching our targets. We are meeting the initial targets that you set when you were in the Ministry of Housing. So I hope that you are proud as we continue in the legacy of promises made, promises kept. Ladies and gentlemen, this government will never put anyone on the streets. This is why in some cases we have been covering the rent for certain less fortunate people during the time that we build for them. And so today, they don't have to worry about a landlord telling them to leave their property, because they can now call a resilient home, home sweet home. And for these families, land ownership opens doors to new opportunities, including access to credit, intergenerational wealth transfer, and a renewed sense of dignity. It offers them the stability to rebuild their lives with confidence, free from the fear of displacement. It empowers them with a sense of pride and ownership, fostering independence and a stronger connection to their communities. There's nothing more empowering than owning your own home. There's no greater joy than after a hard day's work, coming home to a comfortable and clean home, your safe space and comfort zone. You know, many people have said that they have experienced an increased sense of happiness with home ownership than when they were renting. In fact, the elderly have always said to me that by receiving a new home, the government have added new years to their life because they are happier and they're living safe and sleeping well. Peace of mind, people, has been proven to affect one's health. And in some cases, it is the everyday, seemingly little things that have the biggest impact. From things like the ability to have their friends now over and family over on a Sunday lunch because they are proud of their surroundings and how they live. They're not ashamed anymore to have anybody visit their home. Or no longer having to wait for the rain to stop. And these are true stories. For the rain to stop, to go outside, to be able to use a pit latrine. Because now they have been upgraded from a pit latrine to a powder room. The pit latrine to powder room is a new program that we'll also embark on in January. And I'm telling you that we are first heading on the East Coast, because this is where a few cases of the pit latrine were reported since we made the call in Parliament. To the beneficiaries, congratulations. You now have full control over your living environment, which can be empowering. So if you want to build a garage, do that. If you want to convert a bedroom into your own personal walk-in closet, do that. If you want to add an additional room on top of your house to keep the kids away at night, do that. For those with growing families, go ahead. and invest in a whole upper floor. You can customize your space to reflect your personality, your tastes, creating a true home that resonates with your identity. And speaking of identity, I know you spotted the red house on the screen. It had in big and bold the name of the occupants of the house. So if anybody think they can interfere with their home or their bond, you better wheel and come again. Next house. But unlike renting, now your monthly payments, where your monthly payments used to go to your landlord, owning a home now builds you equity. You can go to the bank and you can apply for a loan against your property. You can even start writing your own will and decide who is going to inherit your home. But let me extend some friendly advice to those who are paying rent during the construction period, because it's something that I've been seeing in the recipients of homes. Ladies and gentlemen, you will now experience some financial freedom and a sense of security. But let me advise you, just because you don't have to pay, you're no longer paying that rent of $800 and that rent of $1,200 anymore, doesn't mean that it's more money for you to squander every month. I want you to save that money in the bank and let it build interest for you. Because you never know what the future holds. You may want to expand later, build a second floor, because now you have a concrete roof already to work with. We give you a hand up, but now it's your opportunity to move even higher and create generational wealth for your children. I also want to advise you to secure your home by considering insurance policies. Maybe you can speak to an advisor that you know, or come to the office of the Ministry of Housing if you need guidance, and then we can discuss and let you know where to begin. Let the lessons learned from the past influence your future decisions. Secure your home by insuring it and the contents. God forbid that you should ever need it, but you will not be back to square one. As they say, man plans, but God laughs. There's only so much that we can do to build resiliency. And while there are no guarantees in the world, let's be proactive, prepared, and be informed. Ladies and gentlemen, this government will never stop fighting poverty. And one of the most effective ways to do that is providing housing. And this is why we remain steadfast to our commitment to build 5,000 resilient homes by 2030. And I can tell you that we are well on our way of accomplishing this feat while breaking the cycle of poverty. Because we believe in everyone, regardless of their circumstances. They deserve a chance to thrive, to belong, and to be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to set the record straight. For those who continue to spread misinformation, suggesting that the HRP is solely funded by the World Bank, and to a lesser extent, the Kalinago project is that of the European Union only. I say this to the naysayers on social media. Let's speak the truth. These programs are partnership initiatives where the government of Dominica has played a central and active role in securing and financing the resources that are transforming lives across our nation. Through the vision and the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, we negotiated with the World Bank and the European Union, securing both grants and loans that help reduce the financial burden on our most vulnerable families. So let me be clear, no international organization, no matter how big they are, would make this level of investment if they did not have absolute confidence in our ability to manage, oversee, and account for these funds. And that confidence is rooted in the hard work, the integrity, and transparency of this government. But let's talk numbers. The total funding envelope for the HRP is significant, with the government allocating budgetary resources of approximately 40 million EC over the past 5 years. in loans and direct investment to subsidize housing construction and to make these homes a reality to our people. This does not account for grant. Let's not talk about an additional 44 million direct investment for the Kalinago EDF project. In cases where resources fall short and where circumstances allow, the government steps in, whether it's through the parliamentary representatives, the Ministry of Housing, or the Kalinago Affairs, ensuring that essential materials are made available to ease the cost on families. This government have also taken the necessary steps to ensure that no one is left behind. We have allocated land to several families on state land, formalizing their ownership and securing their future. We have not stopped there. For those on private land, we have made it a priority to resolve land tenure issues so that families can build with confidence and stability. And through our own resources, including the invaluable support of the Legal Aid Clinic, we're ensuring that every individual has the legal standing to move forward in their housing dreams. Beyond the funding of the land, let's not talk about the invaluable technical expertise that our public officers have provided. From the architectural and engineering design to project management and quality assurance, all of this has been done at no cost to the project's direct funding. The government has invested its resources in ensuring that every home is built to the highest safety, durability, and environmental standards because we are committed to delivering the best for our citizens. So I ask you, what value can you place on that? It's easy to claim that the credit belongs to others, but the truth is clear. This is the work of the government in partnership with the World Bank and the EDF, all parties dedicated to lifting the people and ensuring that every citizen has the opportunity to own a safe, secure, and dignified home. The naysayers try to distort the narrative, but the facts speak for themselves. This government has not only secured international funding, but has also stepped up with its own resources, expertise, and commitment to ensuring the success of these housing programs. The Housing Recovery Project is a partnership, yes, but it's a partnership where the government of Dominica has played a leading and irreplaceable role. And so let us continue to focus on what truly matters. Rebuilding our communities, providing homes for our people, and creating a stronger, more resilient Dominica for future generations. To our beneficiaries here today, don't forget the most important thing. When you say thank you to the Almighty Father for gifting you a new home. Be grateful for what you have received. Whether you support this government or not, the fact is that God has used us and is using us as his vessel to bless you and your family. So whether it's World Bank, whether it's EDF, government, it's all a collaborative effort. And our partners could not do this without the government, and the government likewise could not do this without them. I must extend my heartfelt gratitude to the World Bank team and the HRP office for your hard work and your dedication in seeing this project through, also for your efforts in addressing complex land issues. The Attorney General Chambers, Legal Aid, the social specialists. A significant intervention this year came from the Ministry of Finance. Thank you, Minister, as well, for the approval of the payment of the land registration and the associated fees for 12 beneficiaries at a risk of ineligibility. It was a timely action. We're leaving no family behind. We wanted to make sure that they qualified under the HRP housing. In the Kalinago territory for the 11th EDFB Envelope State and Resilience Contract for rehabilitation following Hurricane Maria, this commitment to resilience shine even brighter. And to date, under this program, 36 homes have been handed over, with 6 more today and 2 under construction, bringing us to 96% of housing program target. These efforts go way beyond construction. They foster hope, dignity, and empowerment for our indigenous people who have their own unique challenges and needs. And I would like to say a special thank you to the NAO office, Ms. Roberts, as well as the EDF and representatives from the EDF for your persistence, your perseverance in making this possible, your collaboration for making this a reality for all recipients today. To the 60 families receiving homes today, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you. Many of these homes will bring you joy, security, and peace, and you can start expanding on your family as well, because we need a higher population, as PM stated. As we approach this Christmas season, it is a time of reflection and renewal and making things happen. Let us celebrate the strength and resilience that unite us as a people. May this season fill your hearts and homes with warmth, love, and the joy of the new beginning. And before I end, I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to my PS, Dr. Kira Paul. Give her a round of applause for me. For her unwavering dedication, hard work in helping to achieve our goals. You know, I like to work with people who like to work, and she's very passionate about her job. She works very quick, fast. That's what I like. So PS, thank you so much. I look forward to our new initiatives for 2025. We know that I announced earlier we'll be launching an aggressive housing program in 2025, giving priority to commitments that were previously made to people and finishing the homes that we started that we could not complete in the time frame. So this will be our first order of business, as well as the full eradication of the pit latrine. And I also want to state that we'll be bringing more smiles. In January, we'll be handing over homes to the people of Scottshead that have been displaced. And so I know they're anticipating it. They're very excited, and we look forward to that. On behalf of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development and the Roseau Central constituency, I wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. If you have not visited the Christmas Village, you are missing out on life. We only have a week left. Don't miss this opportunity before the rains start to come down. You know, this is a time of weather like to switch on us. But yes, no rain, we declare that, although it had plenty last night. But I encourage you to bring your children, bring your family. It's a free entry. You're guaranteed to have fun listening to the Christmas carols and the lights. It's a beautiful area. And so may God continue to bless all of you. He bless you and your families. And do bless your home before you move in, and declare that no destruction, no heavy wind, no rain, no flood will come near your home. Thank you. May God bless you. Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. Always a passionate delivery. And so we have Miss Joan Bucket walking in now, who will now come to share her testimony.
Very tired. I was in the hospital with my son. I was waiting for my husband to come. So, okay. My name is John Burkitt. Thank you for Pirep, Rosia Frederick, and Mr. Dr. Skerritt. Thank you for everything you all done for us. Thank you. I am 10 children in all. 10 families in all. The one coming on the way making the 10. Thank you. Yes. And all of us in family at home is 12 of us. My big daughter come and stay with me. My second daughter come and stay with Clemency Roll. Thank you for everything all you done for us. And my good friend, we call him again, Dean. Every time Dean come at my home, he getting fruits. And my mother, Mrs. Roberts, every time she come at home, she welcome. She getting fruits and everything. Thank you for everything. I'm tired, I can't talk much.
Thank you very much, Joan. So you know Christmas is a time of joy and festivity. And so we up in the tempo a bit now with a performance by Miss Shalina Samuel.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My voice is very big, so I'm going to try to, you know. In the spirit of Christmas, I'm going to give you some Christmas songs. And if you do know it, I always encourage people to sing along. Okay? Hello there. Merry Christmas, have you been? It's so good to talk to you again. Okay, we're gonna start this again because yeah, in the spirit, right? Hello there. Merry Christmas, how you been? It's so good to talk to you again. It's been a long time. I don't know why you crossed my mind. I guess it's just to tell you Merry Christmas. My best friend is having a party and everybody's going. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, it's raining because we're in the Caribbean, right? It's been a long time, and I don't know why you crossed my mind. I guess it's just to wish you a Merry Christmas. It's funny that I never thought to call you before. And every time that I see your face, I want you more. Remix. Another year is come and I see your face. I'm waiting for your warm embrace. So I have to go up and say, gee whiz, it's Christmas. Yes. So now that we're having a party, make sure you show up. And it is fun to be here today, enjoying the show. Yeah. It's been a long time, and I don't know why you crossed my mind. I guess it's just to say, gee whiz, it's Christmas. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas. Ooh. Yeah. How are we feeling? Are we good? I'm gonna give you one more. Hopefully I don't remix this one. And I hope you enjoy it as well. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you can ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Hey, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stockings up above the fireplace. Sonny, won't you make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day? I just want you for my own, more than you can ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. I don't want a lot for Christmas. I know I just want a house. So we got to thank NAO and the HIP. Everyone from the Kalinago territories enjoying this wonderful kicking ceremony to go eat some ham. I just want you for my own, more than you can ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Baby. Oh, you know, the AC is killing my voice. Every day, and here we hear the singing, verses in the air, and all the bells ringing, and here we are just singing. Santa, won't you come and give me what you need? Come and give it to me. Oh, I just want a lot for Christmas. That is all I'm asking for. Santa, won't you bring my baby for the me of mistletoe? I just want you here tonight, loving all those sacrifice. What more can I do? All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah. Let's just forget about the AC tonight. All I want for Christmas is you. Can you all help me sing this? Yeah. All I want for Christmas is... Right. All I want for Christmas is... I thought all you wanted a house. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, talented Chalina. You know she's our staff at the HRP. Yes. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome Honorable Dr. McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Resilience and Social Security, and representative of the Honorable Prime Minister to deliver feature remarks.
Let me first recognize Your Excellency Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Melissa Poppon-Skerritt, wife of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Housing and Urban Development, other honorable cabinet colleagues present here this afternoon, and my former colleague for Housing, Minister for Housing, Mr. Reginald Austri, Ms. Karen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Kira Paul, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, other permanent secretaries, Ms. Ramirez, World Bank Urban Development Specialist and Task Team Leader for HRP, Ms. Colleen Roberts, National Authorizing Officer for the European Development Fund, Dr. Ginora Joseph, Project Manager, HRP, Ms. Kimberly Allen, Social Safeguard Specialist, Housing Recovery Project, Pastor Samuel Augustine, beneficiaries, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant good afternoon to everyone gathered here today. I extend my special greetings to the beneficiaries here today on behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt, who is unable to be with us today, and the government of Dominica. I congratulate you on this moment. Today is a happy day for you because it is the fulfillment of a dream and the start of a new life, as a home signifies new beginnings and renewed hope. This moment also brings joy to the government of Dominica, as we continue to make it our mission that every Dominican has access to safe and secure housing. And so, this afternoon's handover reaffirms our government's steadfast commitment to the people of Dominica and our promise to build a resilient nation where every citizen has the opportunity to thrive. Standing here, I am filled with immense pride as we celebrate yet another significant milestone in our journey towards providing modern and resilient housing for our people. Today, we hand over the keys to dignity, security, and opportunity. And what a fitting time to do so. Days before Christmas, you are being handed the keys to a new life for yourselves and for your families. We all know that a home is more than a structure of walls and a roof. It's a sanctuary where families come together, children grow, and dreams take shape. Housing is a fundamental human need, and providing it to our people is an essential part of our mission to foster social and economic development across Dominica. This handover of homes to 60 deserving families marks another achievement in our comprehensive housing program, which has spanned many years. Our housing revolution has strengthened communities, empowered families, and contributed to our broader vision of sustainable development across Dominica. Sustainable development and resilience are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment dates back to our dynamic Dominica pledges to ensure that all Dominicans are properly housed and that our national housing and property stock are among the highest quality and most hurricane resilient in the Caribbean. As we recover from past challenges and work towards a climate resilient future, housing remains a critical pillar of our national agenda. The homes we're handing over today are built to withstand the challenges of a changing climate, ensuring that our people are protected from the risk and changes that posed by natural disasters. Dominica is a small island developing state, but we are determined to lead by example, showing the world that we can adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. None of this would be possible without the dedication and collaboration of so many individuals and organizations. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development for their tireless efforts in bringing our vision for housing development to life. Honorable Popon Skerrit and her team at the Ministry of Housing are working with purpose to respond to the housing needs of our population, and I wish to commend them for their passion and commitment. Let us also acknowledge the partnership that have made these housing initiatives possible. Whether through local collaboration or support from our international allies, the combined efforts have enabled us to turn these plans into reality. I need to stress that the HRP homes are constructed through a combination of loan and grant. I repeat, loan and grant. Funding from our valuable partners at the World Bank, and the program is implemented by the government of Dominica closely with our counterparts at the bank. On behalf of the government and people of Dominica, I wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to the bank for the strong collaboration and partnership we have enjoyed on this project. Thank you also to our friends at the European Development Fund and their local counterparts at the National Authorizing Office, who ensure the successful implementation of the housing development in the Kalinago territory. The contractors and workers on both the HRP and the EDF housing projects also deserve our highest commendations and gratitude. To the beneficiaries, as you turn the keys to your new homes, I hope you find in them not just shelter, but the foundation for a brighter and more prosperous future. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter for you and your families. These homes represent stability, security, and hope. I encourage you to cherish them, care for them, and let them be the foundation upon which you build brighter futures. As we celebrate this achievement today, let us reaffirm our commitment to continue working towards a Dominica where every citizen has access to the necessities of life, that is housing, education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. These are the building blocks of a strong, vibrant, inclusive society. This government remains committed to providing housing for those in need and taking progressive actions to foster economic growth. Together, we will build a Dominica where every citizen can look to the future with confidence and hope. As we go into a new year, I assure you that we will continue to prioritize the well-being of all Dominican citizens. Let today inspire us to continue striving for greater achievements for our people and our country. To all of you, once again, I extend my warmest congratulations. May these homes bring you comfort, happiness, and peace. Let them be the start of a new beginning and a place where your families will thrive for generations to come. May God bless you, and may God bless our beloved Dominica. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mack. Ladies and gentlemen, it brings us to the moment that we have all been waiting for. I invite Honorable Dr. Mack and Honorable Mrs. Skerritt to the front to deliver the keys to the Housing Recovery Project beneficiaries. Okay. Bye-bye, Victoria. Noel Viville of Bataka. Beatrice John for Amy Shillingford of Crayfish River. Can you turn around? Yes. Yes. Celestine John of Salibert. Augustine Charles of Salibert. Thaddeus Williams, Salibert. Bernadette Grano for Avril Celestine of Salibert. Lucia Sanford of, Yanetta Lucien for Chandapal Williams of Sensi. Kemi Valmon of Sensi. Donovan Francis of Sensi. Emmanuel Lucien of Gullet River. You're a very quiet audience. Cyril Valma of Mahou River. Peto Valmont from Matthias Valmont of Mahou River. Some of the Paito Valmont from Matthias Valmont. So some of the beneficiaries are supported by their family members. Magdalene Frederick of Siniku. Luis Nelson of Siniku. Bernard Gabriel of Siniku. Akram Frederick of Siniku. Peter Sanford of Siniku. Jeanette Toussaint of Cassibruce. Noreen Nelson of Marigot. George Doram of Marigot. Vincent Mingo of Marigot. Clemencia Noel of Marigot. Sherman Boston for Kendall Sylvester of Woodford Hill. And Sherman is one of our proficient contractors. Hubert Russell of Kalibishi. Maximus Paul of Pebush. That's my cousin. Ursula Azil for Mary Robin of Cottage, Romaine, sorry. Ursula Azil for Mary Romaine. Cowdrey Peter of Zikak. This is one of the beneficiaries that had a very complex land issue that we were able to resolve. Cowdrey Peter of Zikak. Curly Warrington of Biosh. Nicholas Esprit of Bells. Curly Coutois of Monrachet. Andrew Francis of Warner. Christopher Warrington of Warner. Norma Harvey for Emmanuel Bully of Yampis. Norma Harvey. Lester Lestrade of Yampis. Rose Nicholas of Mont Prosper. Ted Mitchell of Mont Prosper. Philip Joseph of Grand Bay. Betty Elizabeth John Charles of Fokole. And Nixon Athanas for Rosalind Athanas of Granby. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the close for the HRP beneficiaries receiving their keys. 54 beneficiaries under the HRP. I now invite Honorable Kozia Frederick to join. Yes. We have 6 homes under the European Union Development Fund Program, Kalinago Territorial Housing. Left them, Dr. Mark. You could stay. Make it more interesting. It's good, it's good. Ready? Jerome Auguste of Crayfish River. So they are receiving the actual keys to their home and also a replica of the home. David Burton of Crayfish River. Followed by Israel Thomas of Salibia. Howard Frederick of Sensi. And Randy and Joan Burkitt of Maho River. Veronica Valmo, are you there? Okay. Thank you, Honorable Dr. Mark. Thank you, Honorable Kozia Frederick. Thank you, Honorable Mrs. Skerrit. And this, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the close of our handover of the keys. Let's do one more round of applause. It's a great feeling. Ms. Roberts will now deliver some tokens to some of the contributors of the program.
Good afternoon again, everyone. We have tokens of appreciation, and the first one we have is to Her Excellency, the President, Sylvanie Burton. And we present it to Her Excellency not only as our president, but as a contributor to the project for many years in her former life. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. We also have another token from Minister Popon Skerrit, the Minister for Housing and Urban Development, under whose ministry the housing programs are executed. Minister Kozia Frederick, Minister for Kalinago Affairs, a true champion for the Kalinago people. We also have one for Dr. Irvin McIntyre, the Minister for Finance, under whose ministry the Office of the NAO falls. Thank you very much, Minister McIntyre. The last two homes we have were for the former Kalinago chief, Lorenzo Sanford, who really assisted the process I'm not seeing him here today, but we really want to acknowledge his hard work in ensuring that our project is being executed properly. And then we also had one for the current chief who is unable to be with us today. But thank you very much, and again, we appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Ms. Roberts also forgot to mention that the roof uncovers, not by hurricane, but uncovers to place your key. So it's also a key placeholder, yes? To do the official closing, I now invite Ms. Kimberly Allen, the Social Safeguard Specialist, to do the vote of thanks.
Your Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Irvin McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Resilience, and Social Security, and representative of the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, wife of the Honorable Prime Minister, and Minister for Housing and Urban Development. Other honorable members of Cabinet, Ms. Colleen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Kira Paul, Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Housing and Urban Development, other permanent secretaries, Ms. Juliana de Mendiola Ramirez, World Bank Urban Development Specialist and Task Team Leader for the HRP, Ms. Colleen Roberts, National Authorizing Officer for the European Development Fund, Dr. Janora Joseph, Project Manager HRP, Pastor Samuel Augustine, beneficiaries, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. As we celebrate the remarkable achievements of the Housing Recovery Project and the 11th EDF B-Envelope State and Resilience Contract for rehabilitation following Hurricane Maria, let us be reminded of Psalm 9 and verse 1. I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will recount all of your wonderful deeds. It is indeed an honor today to recount one of those wonderful deeds and to pay respect to all those who have assisted in making it possible. Firstly, I wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to Your Excellency, Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, for gracing us with your presence today. Your participation underscores the significance of this milestone and your commitment to supporting initiatives that enhance the lives of our citizens. To the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, who is not here today, but we thank him for his steadfast leadership and vision in steering Dominica towards resilience and recovery in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. These homes are a testament to your determination to create a Dominica that is stronger, safe, and better prepared for the challenges of the future. To the Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, Minister of Housing and Urban Development, we extend our deepest gratitude for your exceptional leadership and commitment to both the Housing Recovery Project and the 11th European Development Fund program. Your efforts and dedication have culminated in the handing over of 60 homes today to deserving recipients, each one a symbol of hope, stability, and a brighter future. Your role in transforming this vision into reality reflects your passion for service and your determination to uplift the lives of those who need it most. To the Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience, and Social Security, and to Ms. Denise Edwards, Financial Secretary. Thank you for your significant contributions in aligning resources and ensuring the financial soundness of these projects. Your work has been truly instrumental. To the honorable members of Cabinet, we extend our sincere appreciation for your collective decision-making and support, which have been vital in shaping and influencing the success of these initiatives, making today's achievements possible. To Dr. Kira Paul, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, we offer our sincerest thanks for your tireless work, unwavering dedication, and commitment to advancing these projects. Your leadership has been instrumental in overcoming many challenges and ensuring the milestones we celebrate today. To the other permanent secretaries, we extend our appreciation for your presence and continued support of our work. Your collaboration and encouragement have been invaluable in driving initiatives that contribute to Dominica's growth and resilience. To the World Bank team, particularly Juliana Mendiola Ramirez, urban specialist and task team leader for the Housing Recovery Project, and to the European Union, we are grateful for your technical guidance, financing, and implementation support. Your partnership has been essential in improving the lives of many in Dominica. A very special thanks to the Chambers of the Attorney General and the Legal Aid for your invaluable advice, guidance, and legal support. Your expertise and dedication have resulted in ensuring several beneficiaries could benefit from these projects, and we are grateful for your contributions. Today, we also wish to acknowledge and thank our key partners, without whom none of this would have been possible. The Kalinago Council, led by Kalinago Chief Annette Sanford and former Chief Lorenzo Sanford, for your collaboration and unwavering support in advancing these projects in the Kalinago territory. The Physical Planning Division, led by Chief Physical Planner Naomi Dorival, for your technical expertise and tireless efforts. The village councils and council chairs, validation committees throughout Dominica, whose efforts have been vital in ensuring that our projects meet the needs of our communities. And to the National Bank of Dominica, we say thank you. To our dedicated contractors, the backbone of these projects, thank you for your hard work and ongoing sacrifice. 23 contractors, many of them represented here today, delivered 54 homes under the Housing Recovery Project, and Claude Andrew delivered 6 under the 11th EDF program. Your perseverance and dedication have provided families with safe, secure homes and a new beginning. To the Office of the National Authorizing Officer, deepest thanks for your invaluable role in mobilizing and managing the 11th European Development Fund program in Dominica. Your great efforts have directly resulted in the handing over of 6 homes today in the Kalinago territory, providing much needed stability and security to families. To the Housing Recovery Project's implementation unit, led by Dr. Joseph, project manager, along with the technical team of engineers, inspectors, specialists, and ancillary staff, you continue to be the boots on the ground. Your commitment and daily work have been absolutely critical. Thank you. We deeply appreciate your efforts. To everyone who helped make today a success, the Office of the President, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the media, Shalina, event planners and staff, thank you. To the beneficiaries of the homes handed over today and to their supporters, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your patience, resilience, and trust throughout this process. We know that it has not always been easy. Thank you for sharing your stories, for allowing us into your lives like family. It has been an honor to walk alongside you on this journey, to understand your experiences and to witness your strength. Like family, we celebrate with you today, rejoicing in this significant milestone as you step into a new chapter of stability and hope. These homes represent more than just shelter. They symbolize new beginnings, security, and the foundation for a brighter future. To all other invited guests, we appreciate your presence with us today. Today's achievements are a testament to the power of unity, collaboration, and shared purpose. On behalf of the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica and its people, I thank each and every one of you for your invaluable contributions to this journey of resilience and recovery. Together, we have built not just homes, but stronger, more connected communities. May we continue to work hand in hand to build a stronger and better Dominica. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kimberly. And if she forgot anyone, let me apologize on her behalf. So I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year for 2025 from the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. And I just want to remind the beneficiaries of the both groups that we will take a group photo on the steps immediately, while some of us join on the porch or in the room for refreshments. Thank you, everyone, and pleasant evening. Please allow Her Excellency to make her leave. Thank you.